Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Ram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nastyaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri तारिणं चैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अज्ञानवलम्बस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining Bhagavatam discussion. So today we'll read 37, right? Today?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, somebody can read. Right. Anyone? I think they're not
Canto
allocated,
2,
no? Don't.
Canto
But
2,
no.
Chapter 1, Text 37. Brahma Ananam Kshatrabhujo Mahatma Vidur Urur Angri Strita Shrita Krishna Varnaha Nana Abhida Abhijaya Gana Upapanno Dravyatmaka Karma Vitana Yogaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Virat Purusha face is the Brahmanas, his arms are the Kshatriyas, his thighs are the Vaishyas, and the Shudras are under the protection of his feet. All the worshipable demigods are also overtaken by him, and it is the duty of everyone to perform sacrifices with feasible goods to appease the Lord. Purport. Monotheism is practically suggested here, offering sacrifices to many demigods under different names is mentioned in the Vedic literatures, but the suggestion made in the verse is that all those varieties of demigods are included in the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are only the parts and parcel of the original whole. Similarly, the divisions of the orders of the human society, namely the Brahmanas, the intelligent class, the Kshatriyas, the administrators, the Vaishyas, the mercantile community, and the Shudras, the labor class, are all included in the body of the Supreme. As such, sacrifice by even one of them in terms of pleasing the Supreme by feasible good is recommended. Generally, the sacrifice is offered with clarified butter and grains, but with the progress of time, human society has produced varieties of goods by transforming materials supplied by God's material nature. Human society therefore must learn to offer sacrifices not only with clarified butter, but also with other manufactured goods in the propagation of the Lord's glory, and that will bring about perfection in human society. The intelligent class of men or Brahmanas may give direction of such sacrifices in consultation with the previous acharyas. The administrators may give all facilities to perform such sacrifices. The Vaishya class of our mercantile community who produce such goods may offer them for sacrifice, and the Shudra class may offer their manual labor for successful termination of such sacrifice. Thus, by the cooperation of all classes of human beings, the sacrifice recommended in this age, namely the sacrifice of congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord, may be executed for the common welfare of all the people of the world. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna. Further, Sudeva Goswami is talking about Virat Rupa. The Virat Purusha faces is the Brahmanas, his arms Kshatriyas, his thighs are Vaishyas, Shudras are under the protection of his feet. All these worshipable demigods are also overtaken by him, and it is the duty of everyone to perform sacrifices with the feasible goods appease the Lord. So there are four varnas ashrama talking about here: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So these are the varnas, and they are part of the Lord. See the point again. All this point is coming to conclusion is that everything is part of Krishna. In the purport also, Srila Prabhupada talks about various Devi Devatas. They are part and parcel of Krishna. So just by appeasing or just by pleasing Supreme Lord, everybody else is pleased. So that is the concluding point. And here also it says that everyone should perform sacrifice with the feasible goods to appease the Lord. So worship of the Lord is not difficult. Krishna himself says, Patram Pushpapalam Toyam. If you don't have anything, if you don't have anything to offer, even one small leaf or little fruit or little water, enough. But doesn't mean that when I have so much, I need to give just water only. When if I have to give everything to Krishna. So that's why Sukadeva Goswami says one should perform sacrifices of feasible goods to appease the Lord. That is the ultimate, because generally it's said that we should see Krishna as the smallest child in the house, at the same time the senior-most person in the house. When you have a deity or in the photo or worship in the home, that's how Grasta should see that. Smallest child because we give a best thing to child. A mother cooks and she selects the best and gives to child. Similarly, we have to give a best thing to Krishna. And select like how Mother Shabari, she was testing each and every the berry, and she will give the best. Of course, we cannot taste. We have to give as it is. But Shabari's mood is different. The point is that we should give the best. And why is the oldest person, the senior-most person? Because we have to consult the Lord. Everything we have to ask. We have to take his permission. So people may ask whether Lord will respond. Yes, Lord will respond. Lord is not just a form. He is a supreme Lord. He is person. He responds. So Prabhupada in the purport talks about the suggestion made in the verse that those varieties of demigods included in the form of Supreme Lord. So people worship demigods, different Devi Devatas, with a different intention, whether the material gain or sense gratifications or anything, their problems. They may go into some problems, they want to solve problem, they want promotion, daughter, son to get married, or get children, or increment, or solve any diseases. All these material problems, they go to Devatas and they offer something and they do business. So, but it's not what devotional service is at. So, because they are also only intention is to please the Lord. They are part and parcel of the Lord, and their intention is also please the Lord. So here Prabhupada talks about Brahmanas, intelligent class. They have certain duties: yajana, patana, read Shastra, teach others, perform deity worship, and in turn they may get some dakshina. They should be happy with that. Dakshina is the kind of a source of income for Brahmanas. Kshatriyas maintain, kind of rule the country, protect citizens from the enemies or wild animals, whatever. And in turn, they can levy tax, not exorbitant tax that can maintain the country or city and maintain the kingdom. That's it. So that's the income for the Kshatriyas. Vaishyas, like Gorakshana, Krishi, Vanijya, that is their duty. In turn, they can make some profit, not exorbitant profit, the nominal profit, so that they can maintain their family. And in turn, they can support other Varna and Ashrama. Shudra's job is to serve everybody else. For that, they get a salary. So Brahmana get Dakshina, uh, Kshatriya gets tax, Vaishya gets profit, and Shudra gets a salary. This is how the society should be there. And they are all part and parcel of the Lord, and they are all part of the Virat Rupa. When they serve together, Supreme Lord is pleased. Prabhupada says here, human society therefore must learn to offer sacrifice, not only the clarified butter, but also other manufactured goods in the propagation of the Lord's glories, and that will bring about perfection in human society. So the point is that we should offer everything. Of course, the Prabhupada concludes here saying that Sankirtan Yajna is the topmost. But not only that, we ought to offer everything, whatever you make. Like Krishna says, whatever you offer, whatever austerity do, whatever you do, offer to me as that's the same thing. Whatever that, offer to Krishna. That's then only becomes is a sanctified or Krishnized. I may be having Krishna would given me some apartment, some house. I should use this for Krishna service. I should invite guests, invite devotees, perform kirtan or Bhagavatam katha or etc. I should make my house as a temple. Krishna would have given me some vehicle. I should use this vehicle for the service of devotees and temple. Krishna would have given some money. I should use that money for Krishna service. Krishna would have given me some intelligence. I should use that for service Krishna, preaching Krishna. So everything, whatever Lord has given, I should use it for Krishna's. Otherwise, it will be very soon will be withdrawn. People don't understand. People think that I work hard, I earn, is I'm supposed to enjoy it. I've seen people forget giving Krishna the temple. They try to extract money from the temple. That's another. It's a very very dangerous part, because if you take Krishna's money, we don't know how Krishna will extract from us. People don't understand that. It's a very dangerous. Of course, Krishna is not cruel. Krishna is a loving father. But if he takes, it will pain. That's why better you give in with love. When he takes, it will pain. We don't wait for that pain. So Prabhupada says here, so thus by cooperation of all classes of human beings, the sacrifice recommended in this age is namely sacrifice of congregation chanting of the holy name, may be executed for the common welfare of the people of the world. The conclusion is that everything offered to Krishna, and the best sacrifice is to Sankirtan again. And for what? Not just my welfare, for welfare of the whole world, people of the world, not only people of the world, every living entity. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. That is the ultimate. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. This is what all the acharyas say, Srila Prabhupada and all the disciples are saying. So our job is to, as ISKCON devotees, our main job is to spread Krishna consciousness through holy name. We don't need to anything else, just Sankirtan Yajna, book distribution, prasad distribution, and related activities. That's enough. Everything else will be taken care, because that's what exactly Prabhupada also did. Prabhupada started the movement by chanting the holy name, distributing books, and distributing prasad. All that required to do is a simple thing. Practicing Krishna consciousness, preaching Krishna consciousness, not difficult. It's easy. Just follow what Prabhupada said. Just follow what Prabhupada wanted to us. Everything will be taken care. But when I start complicating, then it becomes complicated. Okay, I will read the next sloka, 38. Somebody can read. Anyone?
Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead.
यान् असौ ईश्वर विग्रहस्य या सन्निवेश कथितो मया ते संयार्यते अस्मिन् वापुसि स्तविस्ते मनः स्वबुद्ध्या न यतोऽस्ति किंचित्. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Sri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Right.
Translation. I have thus explained to you the gross material gigantic conception of the personality of Godhead. One who seriously desires liberation concentrates his mind on this form of the Lord, because there is nothing more than this in the material world. In Bhagavad Gita 9.10, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has verily explained that the material nature is only an order carrying agent of His. She is one of the different potencies of the Lord, and she acts under His direction only. As the Supreme Transcendental Lord, He simply casts a glance over the material principle, and thus the agitation of matter begins, and the resultant actions are manifested one after another by six kinds of gradual differentiations. All material creation is moving in that way, and thus it appears and disappears in due course. Less intelligent persons with a poor fund of knowledge cannot accommodate the thought of this inconceivable potency of the Lord Sri Krishna, by which he appears just like a human being. Bhagavad Gita 9.11. His appearance in the material world as one of us is also his causeless mercy upon the fallen souls. He is transcendental to all material conceptions, but by his unbounded mercy upon his pure devotees, he comes down and manifests himself as a personality of Godhead. Materialistic philosophers and scientists are too much engrossed with atomic energy and the gigantic situation of the universal form, and they offer respect more seriously to the external phenomenal feature of material manifestations than to the nominal principle of spiritual existence. The transcendental form of the Lord is beyond the jurisdiction of such materialistic activities, and it is very difficult to conceive that the Lord can be simultaneously localized and all pervasive, because the materialistic philosophers and scientists think of everything in terms of their own experience. Because they are unable to accept the personal feature of the Supreme Lord, the Lord is kind enough to demonstrate the Virat feature of his transcendental form, and herein Srila Sukadev Goswami was vividly described this form of the Lord. He concludes that there is nothing beyond this gigantic feature of the Lord. None of the materialistic, thoughtful men can go beyond this conception of the gigantic form. The minds of the materialistic men are flickering and constantly changing from one aspect to another. Therefore, one is advised to think of the Lord by thinking of any part of his gigantic body, and by one's intelligence, only one can think of him in any manifestation of the material world: the forest, the hill, the ocean, the man, the animal, the demigod, the bird, the beast, or anything else. Each and every item of the material manifestation entails a part of the body of the gigantic form, and thus the flickering mind can be fixed in the Lord only and nothing else. This process of concentrating on the different bodily parts of the Lord will gradually diminish the demonic challenge of godlessness and bring about gradual development of devotional service to the Lord. Everything being a part and parcel of the complete whole, the neophyte student will gradually realize the hymns of Isopan, Isopanishad,
Upanishad.
Ishopanishad.
Upanishad, which state that the Supreme Lord is everywhere, and thus he will learn the art of not committing any offense to the body of the Lord. This sense of God mindedness will diminish one's pride in challenging the existence of God. Thus, one can learn to show respect to everything, for all things are part and parcels of the Supreme Body. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Sukdev Goswami further explains here. I have thus explained to you the gross material gigantic conception of personality Godhead. So when you talk about Virat Rupa, it says gross material conception. Virat Rupa is for those materialist people who cannot accept Supreme Lord can be anything or we can beyond our control. So just to make them understand how great is Supreme Lord, this Virat Rupa is explained here, so that they can appreciate. Because anything small, if you show them nice Archa Vigraha, they may not appreciate. Oh, Lord is so small. I mean, but here The everything what they can see, whether the mountains, hills, or the rivers, oceans, the trees, or the sun, moon, everything is part of the Lord. Then they will have at least a little appreciation. Yeah, Lord is such a great personality. That's why in the translation says that they concentrate their mind on this form because there is nothing more than material world. For those people, material world is the end of it. But for such people, this Virat Rupa is given. But pure devotees, they go beyond that. They're not bothered about Virat Rupa. Like Arjuna finally said, Krishna, I cannot see anymore. The effulgence coming from your body, I can't see. Please come back to your two-handed, small, the human form. Because that's where I can see you. I can enjoy your lotus feet. So, Prabhupada, the quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, sorry, Bhagavad Gita 9:10. Mayadhyakshena prakriti swete satcha characharam hetu nana kaunteya jagat viparivartante. The material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings under its rule. This manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So here Sukadeva Goswami says nothing more than this in material world for those people. Similarly, Krishna says, Maya Dhekshena, under my superintendence, this Svyate Sat Characharam, whether it's moving or non-moving, they are created under my direction, they are manifested under my direction, they are annihilated in my direction, they maintained in my directions. So Krishna is, everything is Maya Adhyakshena, and controlled by him. The millions of Brahmandas, the millions of planetary systems, millions of stars, suns, moons, they all rotate in respective orbit without any accident. Everything works perfectly because that Supreme Lord is controlling everything. This shows how big, how great is Supreme Lord is. At least we'll have some, the because we are not God-fearing people. Devotees are not God-fearing. Devotees are God-loving people. But those people not reach the God-loving level, little fear is required. Then only they'll appreciate. Prabhupada in the translation says, this whole, the rule under this manifesto is created, annihilated again and again. It says it's not once. The like Mahavishnu breathes out, millions of universe comes, again breathes in, they all go inside. This keep happening. So Prabhupada in the purport says, simply by his cast of glance over the material principle, the agitation of matter happen, like we discussed yesterday. Lord Sadashiva, just by glance on Prakriti, the creation happens. And when he wishes to annihilate, just breathes in, all the millions of universes, Brahmandas, they go inside his body. So that's how happens. So Prabhupada talks about less intelligent persons with a poor fund of knowledge cannot accommodate the thought of this inconceivable potency of the Lord. It's very difficult for them to. They consider Lord is another human being, or is a kind of a mystic power, or some magician does some activities. No. Supreme Lord personally came in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna. He did inconceivable activities like lifting Govardhan or killing so many demons who are like Putana or Tanavrata or so many other. They are all not ordinary jiva. They are kind of a great, demons. But Krishna easily killed them. He lifted Govardhan, which is beyond anybody's imagination. So ordinary people cannot, or accept, or they cannot even visualize Krishna can do this. So Prabhupada says his unbounded mercy upon his pure devotees. Why he does that? Because he has got his unbounded love for Krishna. Today, His Grace Addev Prabhu was referring to His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj's lecture. He was saying that this Bhagavad Gita is a kind of a love letter. Says the whole concept is Prabhupada supports here. It's a love letter, love song sung by Krishna for his devotee, requesting devotee, please come back to me. Like, very crude example, the boy proposes a girl, please marry me. Similarly, this Krishna, Supreme Lord, requesting Jiva who has gone away, please come back to me. I will take care. Like 1866, Sarva Dharma Parityajya Mameka Sharanam Aham tas sarva papebhyo mokshaya masuchaha. He says, you do not worry. I will take care. I'll take care of everything. Just come back to me. But the Jiva doesn't want to go. He will want to enjoy here. So that is Krishna's pure love. And it says kind of a causeless mercy. He wants all of us to go back. He is waiting as a father to, waiting for a lost son. We are all that lost children. We want to go back, and he is waiting, but our senses are making us to, enjoy here. I think that I have better life here. I can enjoy. I'm happy here. I don't understand the suffering I'm going through. I don't know. I'm that kind of the super enjoyment waiting there in Goloka. But I think this is the best place. Prabhupada also quotes from 9:11. It says that Avadhanati ma mudha manushina tanmarshitham param bhava ajarattu ma bhuta maheshwaram. False deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the supreme lord of the mudha, rascals, people they don't understand. Krishna is supreme personality Godhead. They think that he is also another manusha, and he has come like another mystic power. So for that reason, Krishna does all this leela. Somehow or other, let them come. Prabhupada writes that very difficult to conceive that Lord can be simultaneously localized and impersive. So Krishna is beyond inconceivable. Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. He is beyond anybody's conceivable, beyond anybody's thought process, and is beyond anybody's control. Nobody can say that you should be like this. No. Or nobody can say you should do like this. He is beyond anybody's control. His sweet will. That's why Prabhupada says none of the materialistic, thoughtful men can go beyond this conception of the gigantic form. That's the reason he comes Virat form. But for devotees, his beautiful Tribhanga form, in Artsavigra form, that's the best. So therefore, one is advised to think of the Lord by thinking any part of the gigantic body. So such people even think of the mountain, or think of the river, think of anything is part of Krishna. See, that's why people say that you Hindus worship stone, you worship river, you worship, yes, that perspective you worship because everything parcel of Krishna. It's everything belongs to Virat Rupa. So that way we are worshipping any part of the body of Krishna. So it's okay. That is the point. So, but what happens that that worship gradually diminishes demonic challenge in our godlessness in us and bring us back to Krishna. So Prabhupada finally says this sense of God-mindedness will diminish one's pride in challenging the existence of God. Thus one can learn, show respect to everything for all things as part and parcel of Supreme Body. Since everything belongs to Krishna, everything part of the body, we should respect everything as Krishna's energy. That's whether nature or other jiva or anything, whether sunlight or moon or air, everything belongs to Krishna. With that respect, if you utilize it, if you live, life is pure, because that's exactly Krishna consciousness. God-mindedness, Prabhupada says here. It's more of a very light way or something, but Krishna consciousness that will diminish my challenging nature. Otherwise, I always challenge Krishna because I want to load it over the material nature. I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to give it to Krishna. I don't want to give it to anybody else. Everything I want, I want. So that's Prabhupada concluding here that because everything part and parcel of Krishna, just by worshipping, and ultimate is that what? Worship Krishna. So if you want to get peace, just worship Krishna. You don't have to separately worship. Whereas, but those materialist people, this kind of worship is given. Okay, we'll stop here. Devotees want to share and comments. Yes, go ahead. Want to start from the Uma Shankar Prabhu, can you talk today? How is it? Okay. Vidya Mataji, Vidya Prabhu Mataji.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Mataji.
ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲದು ರಿವರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಹಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲದು ಅದು ದೇವರಿಂದಾನೇ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Sumit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. First of all, my apologies just for yesterday, bro. Some unfortunate event happened, so I couldn't actually when I forgot to inform also, I totally forgot. That is Maya, bro. I totally forgot to inform you. I'm extremely sorry, bro. And sorry to all the devotees as well. Yeah, I think we started with today with 36. I joined little late, Prabhu. 37. Okay. Yeah. So in the 37th verse, the key things were like there are many demigods, though through the Veda mentioned sacrifices to many demigods, but it actually point to monotheism. So like there is one Lord and all are different parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So they're like the body parts of the Lord. And so offering sacrifices to him alone includes all others automatically. Human society is also the Lord's body. We can see the Brahmanas are the head, Kshatriyas are the arms, Vaishyas are the belly, and Shudras are the legs. So each of them has a definite role in the society, but when they are united, then the Lord is pleased, because through their united effort, they can please the Lord. And sacrifices in the modern context, we see like previously the sacrifices were happening by using clarified butter and grains. So now the best sacrifice is the chanting of the holy name, and everything should be used to glorify the Lord. That is the principle in that. And whole society should cooperate for the like Brahmanas should give scriptural direction based on the acharyas, and Kshatriyas should provide protection and facilities for sacrifice. Vaishyas, they are supposed to supply goods and wealth for sacrifice, and Shudras, they should offer labor and service to ensure success. So if done like this, then society achieves balance, unity, and prosperity. And for the next verse, 38th verse, it is mentioned that as per Bhagavad Gita 9.10 that material nature is working under Krishna's control. So she is one of his energies, and creation begins simply by the Lord's glance over matter. No physical effort is required from his end, and that glance actually agitates matter and initiates 6 stages of manifestation, that is sowing, sprouting, growth, transformation, decline, and then annihilation. And whenever Lord comes, then he comes in a human like form, like Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. They come in a human like form, and sometimes the conditioned soul, they cannot understand that how the Lord can be both localized and all pervading. So that shows compassion towards the living entities. He appears in a human like form, approachable, loving, and relatable. So that is not material form, but it is eternal transcendental form. And about the Virat Rupa, why the Virat Rupa is shown? Because these materials and scientists, they are absorbed in other things like atomic energy or cosmic scale. They can't understand the transcendence. So for their benefit, Shukdev Goswami explained like the universal form as a step for the neophyte mind to fix itself on God. So observing different things in nature, they can understand like forest, oceans, mountains, birds, animals. They're all actually the limbs of the Lord's body, and observing them, they can gradually train the mind to see God everywhere. Uh, yeah, that's it, Prabhu, from my side.
Thank you. Thank you. Sudha Manaji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. By pleasing Supreme Lord, everyone is satisfied. That is been said every time, many times in Bhagavad Gita. So it is not necessary that we worship each and every demigod. If we worship Supreme Lord Krishna, then everyone, all the gods are satisfied. That is the point we need to note. And like how we give best to kids, we have to give best to Krishna. That shows our love towards him. And we have to take permission from the Lord, and he will definitely respond. When we ask, he will definitely respond. And then next, all varnas have been explained here. Like for brahmanas, rakshana is a source of income for them, and for kshatriyas, protecting the country, and they get taxes from the people. And vaishyas, they do business and they get profit. And sudras, they serve everyone. And that's how everything harmony is maintained in the society. And um, so we have to worship Lord and do sankirtana and all that, not only for ourselves but also for the welfare of the entire for the whole humanity. That is very important. And the material energy is working under Krishna's direction. This material energy is created, maintained, and also inhalated by his direction only. And Bhagavad Gita is a kind of love letter given by Krishna, uh, please asking us to come back to him. So that we have to keep in mind when that such a powerful person, he is asking us with open arms to come, then definitely we need to like do the best that we can do by doing kirtanas and by doing service to the Lord. That is the best that we can do and reach Godhead. And he is beyond anybody's control. And if we want Krishna, we should worship Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
And
Krishna.
Prabhuji, like, see, earlier we have these varnas. So my doubt is, suppose if a Brahmana, he wants to, he has the interest to be a, like how fight and like kshatriya qualities. Then will he be forbidden to do so as per their this thing, or he can depends on the interest of
So
depends on.
Krishna says Chaturvanya Maya Srishta Guna Karma Vibhagasha. So he says that Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra not by birth. If father is
Oh,
Brahman, the son is Kshatriya quality, he can be Kshatriya. The father
oh,
is Shudra, but son has got a Brahmani quality, son can be Brahman. So Guna
oh,
and Karma. What is his nature, what is activity, accordingly it's called Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra. Not just by birth.
Oh, very good. Okay, okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Vasuki Mataji.
Sorry for the delay, Prabhuji. I
Okay.
was a little bit late. I'm sorry for that. Very well explained. Everything was so perfect. I'm so happy. Thank you, Guruji. Prabhuji.
Asha Mataji.
Everybody explained Prabhuji, but still few things. Everything is Krishna and Krishna is everything. Worshipping Krishna is enough, and worshipping him is not very difficult. He's even pleased with just phalam putram, pushpam and patram. That does not mean we should do only that. We should give the best of what we have to him. We should see Krishna in two perspective. One is like a small baby, and the other one is the senior most. That is with two different ideas. How we pamper the youngest in the house, and how we take the decisions or the consultation with the senior most person in the family. The best yajna for this Kali Yuga is the Sankirtan yajna. And Sankirtan yajna should be done in congregation, in groups, that is for the welfare of the people. And I should always engage myself in spreading the Krishna consciousness, that is chanting, distributing books and distributing prasadam, etc. Virat Rupa is actually its gross material conception. This is for the people, those who do not believe that everything is Krishna. Pure devotees can see Krishna everywhere and in everything. Less intelligent people cannot, with less knowledge, they cannot accept inconceivable potency of the Lord. People do not understand that he is the supreme, think he is an ordinary man, but he is beyond anybody's control and everything belongs to him. So if we look at anything which is in the nature also, it is all belong to him. And when we see from that perspective, we understand the supremacy of the Lord, and we can always say that he is the supreme. That's my takeaway, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. We'll stop here. Vancha Kalpatarabhyasya. Kripa Sindhubhyo Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. We'll see you next Monday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Thank